Welcome everyone. I'm gonna wait for a couple more people to join in before we get started, guys. All right, we're gonna try and get to we're gonna wait for a couple more people to join in, guys, and then we're gonna get started. Okay. Welcome to the Asian session. Excuse me, got hiccups. But that's not stopping me, obviously. We're going to keep providing more and more content for you guys. Now, it's important. I'm going to wait for a couple more people. I'm going to mention something, and then we'll get started. I'm actually going to share... I'm going to share to our free Telegram group and let them know that we're live right now, chat. Hope you guys are doing well. Let me know in the chat what's going on. Welcome. Let's get it to 10 likes, chat. Let's go. We're so close. We're about to hit 7,000 subscribers, which is crazy. Crazy. Welcome everyone. Like I said, I'm just sharing the link through our free Telegram group. I'm gonna let them know that we're live right now. All right, so if you guys were here this morning, you would have been able to profit or at least take advantage of my analysis when I, told you guys about GJ. Ended up going about 60 pips in our favor. So congratulations to those that took this. I'll be honest, unfortunately, I did miss out, on this opportunity myself. It is what it is. I had the alert literally here. So we had liquidity being swept of this low here. It didn't fully pull back. If we would have gone to the 5-minute, that would have been enough for the sweep of liquidity, which you could see right here. It swept here and then ended up going to the upside. So beautiful trade overall. It is what it is. But I did tell everyone, whoever wanted to enter, they could have entered whenever they felt comfortable. If we look at gold is another one that right now, even after FOMC, guys, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't feel too comfortable with the news coming out. It did, however, end up kind of going in our favor after FOMC. We had the retracement all the way back down, just grabbing liquidity before it ended up pushing to the upside here, chat. Again, I did not enter positions. I just want to clear that off the table because there's some people that don't know, or maybe you're new or whatever. I will always let you know when I enter a position, okay? If I have something like this, like let's say this trade setup like this, and I put this right here, that doesn't necessarily mean that I've entered positions, okay? Now, if I had this like this, then that means, okay, I'm officially claiming here at this point that I've entered positions, okay? Now, obviously, it's not the case. I always had it here on the side. I do mark off my areas, my levels. Why? Because I want you guys to understand how I look at the markets, and if I can help you guys out, then great, you know what I mean? And I know that you guys really do enjoy the live streams and stuff like that, and that's the whole objective, is that you guys can understand what I'm looking at and why I'm looking at it and stuff like that. That's why we do the live streams, so you guys can hear me out and say, okay, you know what, Pedro's looking at buys for this reason, now I'm looking to potentially enter, right? If you can enter based off of my analysis, which is great. I've had lots of people message me saying, hey Pedro, bro, that analysis you told us on the live stream on GU or GJ or whatever, I was able to profit X amount. I'm like, great, that's what I want to hear, right? These are the things I want to be here. I'm gonna this one's GU. I'm gonna clear this off because it's already messy, but this one here too, I didn't take this trade as myself. 85 pip win, was looking at buys, beautiful. Price came up a little bit, pulled back into the zone. It didn't form like a double bottom, but like I said, it would form something holding this level of support. Price ended up going 85 pips the next day. So again, in the morning during New York. Okay, so Great example of my overall outlook. Did I take that position? No, I didn't end up taking that position, which is fine, right? But some of you guys did, so you took advantage of it. All right. We're going to clear the charts. And like I said, if I do leave anything on the live stream, I will always let you guys know if I have entered a position. If I don't say anything or I just leave, like I said, for example, I leave something like this, okay? And I just put it like this, and then I put something like this where I'm like, let's say I'm targeting these lows here, and then I have this here or whatever, and I say, okay, trade setup loading. Well, trade setup is loading, right? It doesn't mean I've taken positions. And I know most of you guys already know that, but I just wanted to clear the waters here because I'm not, excuse me, if I'm going to take a loss, I will say it, or if I'm going to take a win, I will say it. We've taken lots of wins on the stream, like pairs that I've said, for example, like GJ, JPY, gold, and stuff that have gone in our favor that I have not counted for the live stream. Reason being because I have not personally got in, but my analysis was correct. Right, so I like to be honest like that. It's just I think the best way to go about it. So you know, all the statistics that you see could be a lot higher based off of just my analysis alone, but because I'm trying to do things the right way and play it more fairly, I'm just trying to just say when I do take the actual position with you guys or whatever, that's when I consider it a win. Or excuse me, unless I actually place the trade, I go to sleep, leave it, let it playing on the live stream, which I've done with you guys in the past, and then I count it right as a potential win. So sorry guys, I've got hiccups right now, so it's pretty bad, but I'm still trying to get through here with the live stream with you guys. Let me know in the comments if you're looking at any specific pairs, guys, for this evening. If there's anything that has caught your attention that you want us to cover together, I'd be more than happy to help you guys out. By the way, guys, we're at about 16 members live with us here. Let's get it to 16 likes, chat. If you guys enjoy the live streams and you guys want me to continue to create these live streams, I would just ask you guys to just give it a nice thumbs up, guys. I really do appreciate the support. We got my man Fraser here. Nasdaq just ripped up from some news. Nice, bro. Nice. I typically like to look at Nasdaq during like US 30 or anything during the New York session. I don't touch it anywhere in between. Otherwise, like look at this. Like throughout the day, it's just been pretty crazy. Did take a nice Nasdaq buy, but it was a quick scalp. But that was about it. Quick in and out. We got NC Niazi. Let's go. Hi, Pedro. Can we hold gold trade or not? If you entered positions, my man, let's take a look at it together. I mean, depending on your entry, I mean, if you did enter, great. Like I said, it's a personal preference. If you guys want to enter, you can. What I would do is, depending on wherever it is you entered, let's say you did enter here or here or whatever, I would always take partials right now. I do believe that it could continue to go a little bit higher. The only reason why, though, I'd probably either close, I would say probably close 60 to 70%, take 60 to 70% off the table, and then let like 30 40% on to run as a runner. Because the reason is that we don't know if it's currently consolidating here on the 1 hour. If you go down to the 15, it's just in a range, right? So we don't know right now. The market could just keep ranging here within this zone for a long time until London kicks in, and all of a sudden we have London kick in, manipulate, and then go the complete opposite direction for New York and start trending down, right? So we have to be very, very careful, and most likely, for the most part, Asian range is most likely going to consolidate for a bit. So I would say just take your profits if you have. I would take most of it off the table. Personally, I would go 80% off. So if you are in profits right now, take 80%, and then after that, leave the rest run and go from there. All right. I hope that kind of helps you guys out there. But yeah, that's kind of what I would see here for gold overall. Let me just pull back. Let me go back here. Okay. Yeah. Let's go. We got a couple more people here. Give me 1 second here, chat. I'm just trying to update some video settings here. We've got 17 members here live with us, guys. Give it a thumbs up, guys, if you enjoy the live streams. If you guys want me to continue to create more content like this, guys. I'm telling you, the more support I get on the live streams, the more likes, the more the channel grows. So I appreciate the love and support, guys. All right. Yeah, I just wanted to welcome everyone that's just joining us here, okay? Welcome to all the new members as well that are just joining maybe the first time or whatever. I just want to welcome you guys. Awesome, guys. Congratulations to those that profited as well. That's amazing. And welcome to all of our newest members, guys. Like, you guys are awesome. Don't be shy. Comment in the chat. Let me know where you're joining us from, guys. Like I said, we're live twice a day, every single day, Monday through Friday, okay? So take advantage of these live streams. Ask questions if you will. And this is how you're going to be able to make some money, guys, on the live streams alone. Now, imagine with my VIP, with my students, it is possible. Obviously, as the month kind of stabilizes in February, right, we're getting out from the slower, kind of the choppy markets and stuff like that. We're starting to get a little bit more momentum in the markets, right? So, yeah, that's pretty much what I wanted to kind of get off there. Let's start off and look at, well, GJ was another win here. So congratulations to those that took this when we were literally looking at potential buys here in the mornings. I don't know if you guys remember this. Unfortunately, I missed out on this opportunity. I set my alert, didn't trigger, and I was so busy on the live stream this morning. But either way, congratulations to those that took it based off of my analysis. You would have been up right now, pips profit. So beautiful win on there as well. We got my man Tony in the house. Let's go, Pedro, my man. Glad to be here. I missed this morning's stream, so I was looking forward to tonight's stream. Thank you, my man. Appreciate it, bro. And appreciate the support, guys. Let's go. We got my man Nyazi. Let's go. Yes, thank you so much. Awesome, bro. Let's get it. We got Fraser. Sweet. I'm in Costa Rica, bro. That's amazing, bro. That's amazing. Costa Rica's nice. I've got family there, so got my cousins from Costa Rica. It's beautiful over there. Okay, now let's look at Euro JPY, chat. So what are we looking at Euro JPY? So Euro JPY, we were looking at buys because we were anticipating it to come up to this higher. I think it was a daily order block, if I'm not wrong. I had this. There we go. Daily order block. The only thing with Euro JPY that I was kind of a little bit disappointed is that we didn't get a retracement that we hoped for. Like, I had a couple OBs lined up here hoping that it would come into this zone or something. We did get a nice retracement here, but by the time it retraced here, it kind of consolidated until the news here, and then the news came out, didn't do anything, and then all of a sudden, boom, just popped here right now before market close at 4 p.m. randomly. So, again, like I said, the markets right now are just not in the greatest conditions, which is fine. Just after news, it can be a little bit weird, wacky, but it then kind of continued to create its higher high trend, which is fine. Right now, if I were to say anything, like, first and foremost, I would say definitely, like, we need to see the market tap into this daily zone first and see what happens, or at least, like, because we could see the 4 hours bullish. It's just straight bullish. We're looking for buys. If we look at the 1 hour here, we are bullish. We are creating higher highs and higher lows. If we were to get any form of retracement like right now, I would say if anything, I do see this 1 hour order block right over here. So this is a zone that I'm definitely going to keep my eye on. I'm going to delete this here, chat, because this is kind of irrelevant now at this point. We're going to go down to the 15 and see if there's anything else here on the 15. I mean, we did get a break of structure here. This could be another zone here on the 15. Or this could be an OB right here. But again, nothing really in terms of volume. That would be the only thing I would say. Maybe we might get some volume kick in, but you know, overall bias is still bias, so we could see it just like a continuation trend here. The question is how much room would we have left, right? Like there's not much here. Even if we were to go to halfway through the daily order block here, it's about 25 pips. So again, would it be something I'd be interested in trading? Probably not. So I'm just going to leave this on the side, all right? We're going to move on to the next potential, actual good potential pair. We're going to move that to the bottom of our list now. GJ again, not going to look at GJ for now. NZD JPY, what is going on here? We ended up actually going up, but the news really, if you look at it here, 1 p.m., 2 p.m., after the news, it ended up just kind of pushing up a little bit. Believe with NZD JPY, I think it was the amount of pips. Same thing, right? So only 23 pips, which I mean, it shouldn't just be only, because it's not that bad. Like catching about 20 pips a day, that's actually pretty good. You know what I mean? It's better than 10 pips, right? So it's still something for sure. So this was good. But again, not something I see price doing anything right now, even here on the 4 hour. Just the fact that we would still need to break above this high for me to think, okay, you know what, the 4 hour is continuing its bullish momentum. But we are technically speaking still quite bullish. Even if we go down to the 1 hour as well, we are quite bullish. I just like to see the market give me some sort of a clean retracement. You know, we do have, I'll mark this off here. We do have our 1 hour OB here. I'm going to delete this here, delete this one here. This is irrelevant now. Go down to the 15. Yeah. Let's see here. All right. To be honest, I would say if anything, I want to see it at least tap into this 5-minute order block here, chat. If we get a 5-minute OB here, then reaction to this OB, I'm gonna set an alert just in case. But before we even set alerts or do anything, I want to see if it's worth even anything in terms of movement here, chat. Again, it's very similar to kind of like NZD and all these other pairs. So let's go back up to the 4 hour. Let's see if there's any highs that we could potentially target, or if that's an all-time high that it's creating. I'm assuming it is an all-time high. If we go up to the daily here, no. Okay, so it is just tapping into these previous highs here, chat. And if we go to the daily time frame just to see where we're at, we are literally just tapping into this daily OB here, which I mean, it was a while ago, but still, this is an order block here, chat, all the way here, and this could go all the way down. So it is a zone that we got to keep our eyes on here on the daily. So everything is really coming up to that zone, like these zones here. I'm gonna reset the chart view here, start fresh. I'm gonna stay away from NZD JPY. I'm not really liking it. We're pretty much at the top of the move. If we go up to the 4 hour, you know, it is quite bullish. And typically when we get moves like this, right, like we get calculated moves, chat, when you see this is very calculated. This exact same move here typically replicates over here. So we do it from the bottom end here, right? Same exact move from then where they initiated the move. You look at it right here, it's pretty much done its move. Do you see what I mean? So if anything, I might be able to catch maybe 20 pips or so, but that's about it. So then after that, it could range, it could completely flip, right? The market could do a lot of things. So I'm just going to sit on the sidelines here with NZD JPY. I'm not really liking it so far, which is fine. There's other opportunities out there for sure. By the way, chat, we've got 22 members here live with us, guys. Let's get it to 22 likes. Give it a thumbs up, guys, if you enjoy these streams and you want me to continue to come on here, guys, and create more content for you guys. Also wanted to mention we are doing a giveaway as soon as we reach 7,000 family members. We are 10 subscribers away from 7,000, which is insane because last year when we started the year, we were literally at 2,200 ish range. And before Mexico, which was around April, we were about 3,500, 600. And now we are almost at 7,000. A year later, literally almost at 7,000, which is insane. So I appreciate the support, appreciate the love, guys. Excuse me. If you guys are new, trust me, you've come to the right place. Welcome to make yourself at home. Welcome to the channel. We're live twice a day. We do these live streams for free. You can ask questions. I just share with you guys my outlooks, my analysis. I'm not telling you guys I know it all. But for the most part, I just share my journey with you guys, right? I'm just trying to help as much people as I can. All right. So, okay. So let's continue on, chat. I wanted to mention also, if you guys haven't followed me on my new Instagram, go follow me right now. You can see the username at the top. Okay, this is pedrofx. Okay, again, the Instagram username is pedrofx. Okay, I would just suggest you to do that if you don't mind, just because it will help a lot in terms of the algorithm as well too, and just getting everyone on the community on board. Because if you guys are following me on Instagram, if I am doing a giveaway, if I am doing any sort of events, for the most part, I announce most of the stuff on my Instagram account, more than the TikTok, more than any other social media outlet, even on Facebook, which I still have. But so I just wanted to kind of let you guys know about that. All right, guys, just give me 1 second here. I'm just... All right, so let's go back to gold, but like the fresh chart here, chat. Let's start a fresh chart here. Yeah. So you can see even here, chat, like this is literally kind of like more how we're blocking. We're coming into this daily order block. See how, we have a break of structure. We're tapping into this daily OB, right? Sentiment might be starting to change here, chat, right? So we may be starting to look for sells here for gold soon. Yeah, so we just got to keep that in the back of our minds, as well as the 4 hour here, chat. We've got our first break to the downside. Doesn't mean anything until we actually get our second break, but still, the fact that that's kind of how things are looking, it just kind of gives you a better idea as to what to anticipate. But yeah, let's see here. Let's go back up to the daily here, chat. And we're going to see what we could potentially find here for gold today. All right, guys, let me know if you're looking at anything here so far. CAD JPY. Let's take a look at CAD JPY, my man. CAD JPY has been a pair that I actually don't mind looking at. Let's take a look at CAD JPY here. Okay, so let's start fresh, obviously, because we had FOMC, so things are gonna probably change. We were looking at potential shorts, if I'm not wrong, because it was coming up to this 4-hour order block. Obviously, it seems like it's pushing up higher, which is fine. So let's take a look here. So we have actually the daily. Let's see how the daily ended up kind of closing here. Ended up okay. No engulfing, nothing like that. But it seems like this one's pushing quite bullish. Still doesn't mean I would personally look for buys just yet, just because I'd like to see how that 4-hour at least closes. We've got about 2 hours left before that 4-hour closes, chat. And then we'll see what ends up happening. We got NC not Niazi from Iran, sir. Let's go. Welcome, my man. Okay, so yeah, so what am I seeing here overall? We're looking for the market here to probably, I mean, it could still validate this order block just because it pierced through it. Again, some of my rules, at least that have worked for me, if it doesn't close above the OB, it's still respecting it because it could just be tapping in, creating a wick to then just go down further. So there are 2-4 order blocks that I'm looking at overall that have broken structure in the past, and that's what I look for, right? That to me is what's considered an OB. So right now, what I'm seeing here overall, it is bullish. I'm not gonna lie, it is quite bullish right now. Even on the 4-hour, the 1-hour, everything's just indicating bullish price action. The only thing I would say is, yeah, it's coming into a territory where we don't know how it's going to react here, right? That's the only thing I would say here. So, I mean, daily's looking definitely overall biased to the upside. So, let's see the weekly here. Weekly's looking pretty bullish as well too. Let's see if we're coming to any zone here. If this is what kind of, let's see here. So again, this is the weekly just to get a better understanding of where we're at. So we are at a major area because you can see here in the past it was held as support, then retested as resistance, then retested as support, then and so on, right? So it is an area of structure. I guess the next zone I'd definitely keep an eye on here, chat, is this zone over here on the weekly time frame. And again, you know, if we were to kind of just go back here just to see how much more room we might potentially have to the upside here, is overall like a couple, let's see how many pips here we're talking about. We're talking about almost 400 pips, 380 pips, right? So I mean, yeah, like we definitely have some room for buys. I would just personally like to see, at least like I said, how that 4-hour closes, which would be in about 2 hours or so, right? Right now too, the thing is, it is quite bullish. I would say let's just delete this one because even though it could still come up, this would be my next OB that I'd be interested in and see how it reacts there. If we were to engulf, let's say even here or here, this resistance high, then that would give me a little bit more confidence for buy positions, and then wait for a retracement. But as of right now, I wouldn't want to buy the top. I want to be buying at a discount, not at a premium price. So I would say just wait for the market to give us some sort of a retracement. You know, it could be even this 1-hour order block here. If you know the market could pull back down from here, or even if we form some sort of a smaller order block around here somewhere. You know, let's look here on the 5. We've got a 5-minute OB here. Could this be a place where we could get a slight retracement? Maybe then I would be more comfortable buying there. But we just be mindful of what we could potentially see in the markets, chat. All right. We got Major. Sup, Pedro? What's up, my man? Hope you're doing well. Welcome, everyone. Welcome. One second here. All right, guys. We've got a couple more people. Sup, Pedro? Less than 2K to reach 7K subs. That's amazing, my man. I'm assuming you're also up there pretty close. That's great, bro. That's great. I'm happy to hear that, bro. You just got to keep going, man. It's definitely not that easy as most people would think. But here we are, guys. I'm just going to air. I'm still in odd CAD and it's under my entry price. You think still valid for buys on the daily chart? Let's take a look at it, my man. Let's see what happened here. So odd CAD. I think I have it somewhere here. Shout out to my man Connor. Connor, let's go. We got, hey Pedro, I'm from UK here. How you doing? I'm doing well, bro. Thank you for asking. How are you doing? Welcome to the family, by the way. So anyone that's new as well, guys, maybe it's your first time here joining us. I just want you guys to know that this is a place you can come and feel comfortable and, network with other traders, connect with other guys. We also have the free Telegram group too. It's pretty good. You can share your ideas. You can talk to other people there. We've got about almost 1,000 family members there on itself, which is amazing. It's definitely growing. But yeah, let's take a look at odd CAD here. I'm just trying to find it. Hold on. Odd CAD. There we go. So my man Air was looking at potential buys on the daily chart. Let's take a look. So I don't know if you guys remember this. This was my analysis from yesterday. So I told you guys that most likely the market was going to retrace and then give us a nice impulse to the upside. As you guys could see, literally the market started to retrace exactly like I told you guys. And it seems like, I had a couple of zones marked off. I think before I had here at this high, but I didn't mark it off, I guess. But I would have marked it off here. I don't know if I did. I look at so many pairs, guys. It's brutal. But anyways, this is a zone that I was anticipating a potential area, but again, maybe I forgot to mark it off. The second zone that I had here would have been down here at these lows. Why? Because if I told you guys that it was going to come down, most likely the first areas I look for is this area here, and then the second zone usually here, right? But either way, I do think that we could still come down to these lows before we see a push to the upside, right? We need to see a shift of structure for us to see a continuation up to the upside. Again, I usually don't use the 30-minute time frame, but I'll probably go down to like the 30-minute or the 15-minute time frame to see the market kind of shift to the upside, and then we could look for buys. Let's go up to the daily though here from my man Aaron and see what we could potentially see. So I'm going to clear off the charts because it's a mess right now, but you guys saw the overall outlook. And yeah, guys, hit that like button, by the way. If you guys are enjoying the live stream, thank you, Eric. Appreciate it, bro. Hit the like button if you guys enjoy the streams. You want me to continue to create this type of content. And yeah, let's go. So odd CAD here, we could see that the market is, here's the deal. I would be very cautious. The only reason why is I see this daily OB right here. Why is it a daily order block here? Because the daily order block, because we saw a clear break of structure, okay? The market's indicating to me that it still wants to continue to go down further. I don't know what I did there. Anyways, there we go. We are creating and forming a clear break of structure. So what that means essentially is that we are looking for clear direction to the downside, okay? We have been also creating these lower lows. So if we look at the market structure, creating higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, right? Market then broke structure. Then it did the new lower low, new lower high, new lower low, and the market now could potentially be forming its new lower high, okay? So personally, again, do you want my opinion? I personally wouldn't be looking for buys just as of yet. If we could be looking for a potential continuation to the downside, we could see it come down, like I said, and then give us a potential shift of structure, maybe even forming this kind of inverted head and shoulders, which you can see here, left shoulder, head, and right shoulder to the upside. Could be a probability that we could see this nice scoop in price and shift of structure. But again, I don't want to get too far because again, the market could do anything at any given time. But as of right now, I hope you guys can understand. If you guys understand what I'm explaining here, let me know in the chat below if you guys understood that explanation on odd CAD. And then yeah, that's pretty much it on that side. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, that's what we're looking at here so far. So let's kind of clear this off again. Just going to clear that off. And then we're going to go down to the 4 hour. Let's see the 4 hour and see what we're potentially looking at. If we could see any potential setups, even just like right now, for Asian session, if there's any movement or whatever. But so if we look at it here, chat, like we are still technically bullish. This is just a retracement. We have the 4 hour high up here, and we have a 4 hour low down here. We are looking for buys overall. If we go down to the 1 hour, we are still technically bearish here on the 1 hour time frame. So, you know, for me, I would like to see at least 2 potential breaks to the upside. Then we can start looking for buy positions. But overall, we could get an official break here. So what I would say is wait for the market to give us a break here, pull back, whatever, and then give us a second break. Once we get the second break, wait for the retracement. We would now officially have 2 breaks of structure, and then we can look to probably target the highs. Okay, this is where we would want to enter positions for buys, and then again, this is for odd CAD. But again, is that going to happen? This is the 1 hour time frame. It's going to take a while. I don't think it's going to be ready for tonight, but this could be a nice little, you know, a 10 pip stop loss, 15 pip stop loss, 2.0 risk reward ratio, looking at about a 32-35 pip gain or so. That's kind of what I'm looking at overall. Okay, we got my man Connor here, doing well, brother, just viewing your USD climb. Let's go. Awesome, bro. That's amazing. Let's take a look at your USD. Like I said, your USD, I don't personally trade it, but we can definitely see what we're looking at. We were looking at potential buys. This was a 5-minute order block here. It seems like it did respect this 5-minute order block here. Again, most of these pairs, chat, like 2024, my focus has been just to mainly focus on trading gold. Couple pairs like CAD, JPY, like maybe GU, and that's about it, to be honest. Like gold, and US 30. Like I really want to narrow things down this year. You know what I mean? I don't want to be trading so many pairs, but I do this for you guys. You know what I mean? Like I have all these analysis and stuff like that because you know, the live stream and some of you guys ask or whatever, but yeah, some of these pairs, let's see here. Euro USD, again, we're coming to this daily OB here, which is kind of this zone here, which you realize here, we're tapping into this zone. We don't know what it's going to do here, chat. One thing I could tell you is that we do have officially 1 break to the upside, but that's kind of irrelevant, like, because we would need at least 2 breaks, so we'd have to wait and see what happens. But the 4 hour here is still looking quite bullish, so we do have to keep that in the back of our mind. It is quite looking quite bullish overall. Yeah, so we may be looking for the market to give us you know, some sort of a retracement for sure. So let's go back up actually to the 1 hour. So the 4 hours bullish, 1 hour's looking quite bullish as well. I'd like to see some sort of a retracement. You know, kind of this is an order block I'd look at here on the 1 hour time frame. Also, if we look at the 15-minute time frame, we can see that we also have a smaller OB here. But again, the price, like if you look at it, this is nothing, guys. Like I don't think it's formed like 7 pips. Like that move is not that much, even from this morning. Like when I told you guys that we were looking, what was it, February, what is it here, 21st? Yeah, like this morning here, 7:30. Like we've only really moved 30 pips. So that's why I like trading gold and trading other pairs, because it gives you a little bit more pips for your overall outlook. But I mean, it's still valid. Like, I mean, some people like trading your USD, right? So I don't really see anything other than the fact, like I said, it might pull back, but even then I don't feel like it's gonna push that much. We got my man Air. Yeah, we definitely need volume for sure. That's for sure. What's going on with oil? I mean, I don't know. I haven't looked at oil in a while. Let's see here. All right, chat. So if we look at oil from, let's go up to the daily, because I always like to look at the daily just to understand the kind of the overall sentiment of the market. If we look at from the daily perspective, we are bullish. Okay, we had this clear BOS here. We have a nice clear break of structure here. Okay, It's just creating these higher lows, which is, it's pretty healthy. Okay. We had a nice retracement, yes, but we haven't broken below that low yet. So daily is looking good. Actually, let's go back up to the daily, see if there's any zone that we should be aware of. I think we have this daily OB here that we could be kind of cautious of. Just be aware of it. See how it reacts from that zone. If we go down to the 4 hour though, let's see, chat, what we could potentially see here. On the 4 hour time frame, this gives us a little bit more clarity. So again, like I said, this is our clear break of structure here. Okay, chat. Clear break of structure from the 4 hour. We're just going to clean this up a bit. Okay. And now we're looking for the market to potentially tap into this 4 hour OB. Sorry, daily OB. We also have a 4 hour OB right here, chat. 1 second here. 1 second. There we go. Right here. Okay. So for me at this point, I wouldn't be looking for buys. I would be potentially looking for sells, if anything. I just want to see how it reacts into this 4 hour order block right over here. But yeah. By the way, welcome to everyone that's just joining us for the first time. If you're new, guys, comment in the chat. Let me know where you're joining us from. We are literally, guys, 9 people away from 7,000 family members, which is insane to me. After a year and a half, guys, of consistent uploads, consistently showing up every day, you know, creating these live streams for you guys. I appreciate the love, appreciate the support, guys. We are so close. And so, yeah, every time you guys come to the live streams, guys, and you guys are watching it, if you enjoy it, give it a thumbs up, guys. Make sure you are subscribed if you're new. Make sure that little bell icon is activated. And like I said, guys, the more you guys support the channel, the more I'm just motivated to continue this journey and continue creating live streams. Because obviously, you know, it requires a lot of work and it's definitely time consuming. That's for sure. But yeah, so that, as you guys can see, we've got this beautiful 4 hour order block here, chat. And remember, in the back of our minds here, what do we got? We got a daily OB as well. So again, doesn't mean it's going to react from that zone right away the moment it taps into it, but it's something that we do want to mark off, chat, and just kind of keep an eye out, right? And just say, okay, you know what? This is a daily order block here that is indicating that it might, overall, the bias is bullish, right? Longer term on the daily, but understanding that, hey, you know what? It doesn't mean it's going to be instant sells the moment it taps in. But we can start looking for maybe a pullback, right, on the daily. And that's going to be pretty aggressive, right, once it taps into these zones. So we got my man Connor here. Let's go. Appreciate the analysis, my guy. Feels like gold's changed recently. Heavily manipulated market. Yeah, it definitely has, my man. Definitely has. You got to be very cautious when you're trading gold. That's for sure. So lots of manipulation. Trust me. All right, so yeah, we'll have to wait and see how it reacts to these zones because it's still very early, chat. So we're gonna have to wait and see what happens. Okay. Like I said, also CAD JPY is kind of in a similar situation. It's tapping into this OB here. We're gonna have to wait and see how it reacts to this one here, and then, I mean, we are technically bullish. I'd like to see if we get a retracement and probably pierce through that zone. Could be a probability as well. But yeah, let's move on to a different pair here. Let's look at, and by the way, guys, if you have any suggestions of any pairs you guys want me to take a look at, we can definitely look at it together. and kind of go from there. This one, look at that. That would have been a good sell back then. I had this, I guess this was order blocks that I was looking at. You could see that the market tapped into it nicely and then ended up selling off nicely. We got my man Connor. Watched everyone make the mistake with news today on TradingView. Everyone expecting a sell-off, but went bullish a lot. Off stop list is hit today. Yeah. So if you guys watch my stream, like I was, it's funny. So I was looking at buys. So you guys could see the whole time my overall bias for gold was buys, right? So while everyone else was literally just like, oh, we're gonna sell, like gold's gonna fall, it's at a major order block, daily order block or whatever, and this and that, I was looking at completely the complete opposite. I was looking at potential buys. For me, it was just still a pullback. For me, it's still bullish. It's not indicating sells yet. You know what I mean? So, you know, that was something that I found had, you know, it did end up going 30 pips in our favor. Not as much as I thought, to be honest. I thought, especially gold moves a lot more stronger and stuff. I thought it would move a lot more. But hey, you know what? The fact that I was able to actually get it kind of going to my favor about 30 pips, that's great, you know. But again, I didn't take that position myself or tell you guys to enter anything like that. I did not. But I did leave the analysis and outlook for you guys to use that to your own advantage. NZD USD daily buy. I don't know, my man. Let's take a look at it. Let's see here. Let's go on the daily time frame. Yeah, I mean, it is finally outside of this range, which is nice. I like that. What I would say, Air, just keep an eye at that. Maybe price is probably trying to target this OB here. So this could be your next target zone. So yeah, chat, I would say keep an eye out on that. I do think that we could still continue this bullish trajectory. If we go down to the 4 hour, it's pretty healthy as well. We are still creating higher highs. We did get a break of structure, not the full body closure, which is what I prefer. That's why hence we got this massive retracement and pullback. I am anticipating the market to probably give us a next break of structure, hopefully breaking above these highs. So overall, 4 hours still bullish in my books. Not even close to breaking the lows, so we're still bullish technically speaking. If we go down to the 1 hour time frame, we are bullish as well. So we are creating higher highs. We have 2 full official breaks. So to me, I'm definitely looking at buys here for NZD USD. I like that we got the break above here, we got a break above here, and we have those 2 breaks that I was telling you guys. We were in this downwards trend for quite some time, finally kind of gave us that nice break of structure, and now I would say just wait for NZD USD to give us some sort of a retracement. And again, if you look at it, look at the order blocks I had marked off, chat. Like this was an order block, this was liquidity here that was taken, and then, you know, market didn't respect this order block, which is fine, but this one was definitely respected. We also had, I believe, a 4 hour or 1 hour order block respected here at this zone as well. So these are all things that I share with you guys on the live streams, right? So it's up to you guys if you guys want to pay attention to what I'm saying, but it's up to you guys. You know what I mean? Again, I'm not telling you guys I know it all, but you know, at least I can share with you guys what I know, and hopefully that can help you guys, right? If you look at it here, 1 hour is this 1 hour OB. Okay, let's go down to the 15. We've got a 15-minute OB, so this is good. We've got more confluences here. Let's see. We've got these 2 aligning together. That's nice. We have a high formed. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'd like to see the market pull back to my OB first, though, before I kind of look at anything, any position, any potential positions or anything like that. But overall, looking at buys here, chat, for NZD USD. Let's see if we were to look for buys. Again, I'm not saying it will be here, but I just needed to tap into my order block. And let's say we do a 15 pip stop, and we do a 1 to 2. $15 pip stop loss, 30 pip gain. That's definitely feasible. I do believe it's going to go a lot more than that, to be honest. But just that in its own, chat, like we could definitely look for a good buy position here on NZD USD. Yeah, this could definitely be pretty good buy positions. Just wait for the market to grab liquidity as well, chat. That's the only thing too I would advise. Just wait for the market to grab liquidity as well. Chat, we've got 27 members here live with us, guys. Let's get it to 27 likes. All right, we've got H here. Let's go. Could you please review GJ? Yeah, absolutely, my man. Let's take a look at it. We'll come back to NZD USD, and then we'll go from there. So GJ, honestly, guys, if you guys would have listened to me on the analysis that I shared, this would have been a beautiful win here. But again, it sucks because I missed out on this analysis or as well. I had the alert set. You can see it right here. The alert's still there. The market grabbed liquidity, just didn't liquidate these lows here. It is what it is. It happens. So yeah, it is what it is. It's just one of those things that the market does sometimes, and you'll miss out on it. Some people might have jumped on it more aggressively. I waited for my confirmations. That's why I didn't enter, which is fine. I trust my strategy. I know what my strategy has done in the past. So it is what it is. Now, in terms of like what I'm anticipating for GJ now, if we look at the 4-hour time frame, we're about to close in about an hour and 22 minutes. Let's go up to the daily and understand what we're looking at. So it is quite bullish. I do strongly believe, actually, let's go back up to the weekly, that we do have quite a bit of room to, the upside here, chat. We are coming to this neckline here on the double top here way back in July the 15th in 2015. So I do think that we could, remember, the market's not just going to randomly stop at this zone here. The market may create kind of like a wick and come up into this area. So I do think it may come up a little bit higher. So we do have quite the room still left here for GJ, and we can kind of take a look and see. We've got about 150 pips or so to the upside. So if we go down to the daily time frame, daily is creating these higher highs. We have clear breaks to structures to the upside, so that's good. We're bullish. No order blocks that that I'm aware of that may interfere or pause price. We got my man Giovanni. Let's go. Hey, how you doing? I'm doing well, my man. Thanks for asking. Welcome. And so yeah, guys, so like what we're looking at here overall, we've got this 4-hour candle closing about an hour 20. I'd like to see this 1-hour candle close above these highs, and then just wait for us to get like maybe even a 1-hour OB pullback, maybe something like this where we could see GJ come back down to this area here. This could be a good buy zone here, chat. Just wait for the market to gradually come down, and then we could see a nice push to the upside. Okay, this could be a nice potential opportunity. Again, London might give us that, right now pre-London might be an impulse to the upside, and then London session might give us that retracement back down, which is what we're looking for potential buys. All right, so let me know if you guys understood that explanation in the chat below. Okay, we've got 27 likes. Let's go. Let's get it to 30 likes, chat. H, thanks. No problem, man. Anytime. Okay, also, guys, let me know if you guys have any questions as well. We've got literally 8 people left until we reach 7,000, which is amazing, guys. So congratulations to all the new family members that are just joining us for the first time. Again, markets are a bit slow, especially after this news that we had. We need a little bit more volume. I would say we're probably going to get a little bit more volume after 10, so we'll wait and see what happens. We'll start to get a bit more volume then. Your JPY already solid impulse the upside here. Euro odd, we were looking to see if it broke below these lows. We then look for a potential push to the downside. We didn't end up getting the break below the lows, so price ended up making its decision back to the upside, which means that now it's back into this range. Okay, now when we mark these things up, we need to see a closure below these lows, right? If we don't get these closure below these lows, we're not looking for buys. We're not looking for sells. We are now looking for buys. So let's clear the charts, and now we can see that, yes, you could say, oh, it looks kind of like, it's creating lower highs, trend line, No, that means nothing, guys. Okay, you want to look at the markets differently, and I mean, personally, I would recommend you to kind of learn how to look at the markets properly. In this case, we now have a break of structure to the upside. Does this mean that we're now looking for buys officially? No, this does not mean that we have one confirmation for buys. This means that most likely in this case, we are now looking for a potential continuation to the upside. We just have one break of structure, right? What we need is the market to give us a second break of structure. What I think is going to happen is the market's going to pull back into this range, give us a nice retracement, and then give us a nice second break of structure, okay, right here, to then continue its bullish move back up to the highs of the range. Okay, let's go. We got my man Major here. I only have 1 month in trading, and yeah, I'm learning from you. Thank you, bro. I appreciate it, my man. Well, yeah, like all you got to do is just come to the live streams, guys. You guys will learn a lot, trust me. At least I'm just sharing what has worked for me, But now that we have these 2 breaks of structure, right, it's easier for us to anticipate and understand that there's a new upwards trend formed, right? We are a confirmed upwards trend, because one break doesn't necessarily mean we're in an upwards trend now, right? Have you ever seen the markets, guys, where it does one break and all of a sudden you see a tank? There you go. There's the question to you. There's the answer to your question, right? Because one break does not define an upwards momentum trend. We need the second higher high, okay, forming the new official higher low, okay? But we can't get that official higher high or defined higher high until we actually get the break of structure confirming that this now becomes a higher low, okay? We got my man Get Your Head Right. Let's go. What up, Pedro? Thank you, bro. Appreciate it, my man. Let's go. Welcome. How you guys doing? I'm doing good. Let's get it. But yeah, that's literally what I'm seeing here, chat. Okay. It's so straightforward. Once you understand it, you like, once you see it, you can't unsee it. That's literally how it is. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm saying. So we got one break. It could still break to the downside. Don't be surprised. But for me, I would say if anything, it's gonna retest this OB here. Okay, it's gonna tap into it, and then it's going to be, probably a lot of people will be like, oh, like, we're gonna buy. It might come up here, buy out for a little bit, and then just form a double top to continue its move down, right? Like, there's so many variables. You have to look at the market from different perspectives, and this is how you're going to be successful, because you're able to understand what the probabilities of the market are, right? Oh, there's a probability the market could do this, right? There's another probability the market could do that, right? Once you understand that, then it's easier for you to have an open mind to the potential probabilities in the market, right? Not kind of like having a set mindset where you see this, you're like, oh, it's a double top, and maybe it's just like a little double top retracement to then continue up, but you're so set on the double top, you start looking only for sells, right? You got to know your bias really well and know what you're looking at, right? We got my man get here right. When did you start trading? I started trading Forex in 2020, so the pandemic. So about almost 4 years. So 3.5 years ago is when I started trading Forex, but overall started trading or introduced to trading was about 5.5 years ago, almost going on to 6, because I started into cryptocurrency, right? But yeah, that's essentially when everything initiated, right? I originally got into Bitcoin. That's kind of how things started. I originally invested heavily into cryptocurrency. I had no idea like half the time what I was doing at the time. But I just had this gut feeling. I was like, whatever this is, I feel like I need to learn this. And long story short, guys, like I'm glad I didn't look back, and I just kept going, right? And so I learned a lot. Over the years, guys. My wife and I, we got invested into crypto when it was around 3,000. I had seen crypto go up to 20K. And then back when, I think it was 2019, right, by the pandemic or something, the market then pulled back or something. It was a massive crash. I think it was, 2019, 2020, when the whole pandemic thing happened. Then Bitcoin crashed or something. And that's when we got in, because I told the wife, I was like, yo, literally the market has gone up to 20K before. If we buy at 3K, there's a higher probability it's going to come back to the next all-time high soon, especially now that I've been doing my research, and apparently they have halving events, right? So like they reduce the supply of Bitcoin, right? Whatever. And that's what really intrigued me, guys. And the wife got on board. Obviously, she supported me. And you know what, guys? We literally grabbed, I'm not even exaggerating, we grabbed 10K and 10 plus we bought some Ethereum. We had about 4 Ethereum at the time. We bought Ethereum, like we had the chance to buy Ethereum at like $400, guys. It was insane. I would have stacked up a lot more if I could have. But anyways, we ended up, our portfolio from like 12,000 all the way up to 120,000, which was kind of like the biggest aha moment for me, where I was like, okay, I'm doing something right here, and whatever the heck I'm doing, I need to figure it out. I need to know why, and especially when I got introduced into Forex and trading, I got recruited through the typical IML, except the company was called Kuvera, and I was like, okay, something's going on here. My story behind it was, I don't understand this language. I don't know exactly how this whole trading thing works, but there's one thing I know. I'm going to figure this out, right? I'm going to learn this language. One thing I told my wife, I'm going to figure it out. Go hell or high water, I'm going to figure this out. And 5.5 years later, guys, here I am, right? I was able to quit my 9-to-5 job. I was making 6 figures easily on my job. I had my office. I was comfortable. But I can tell you something, guys. Being in your comfort zone is not going to get you anywhere, right? Being in your comfort zone is a danger zone, and you should get out of that danger zone as soon as you can, as soon as possible. That's my best advice. Don't think about it twice. Don't be stuck in the same spot, because trust me, you will regret it years later. I look back now and I'm like, man, I wish I would be 20 years old again. I'm 29. I'm still in the 20s, but barely. Like, you know what I mean? I'm going to be 30 this year. And guys, I look back and I'm like, God, man, like I would give anything to go back. And I'm sure if you ask a millionaire and you tell them, if you were to lose 1 million or 50 million or whatever, a portion of their portfolio, would you go back, 10, 20, 15 years back? And they would take it in a heartbeat, because time is the one thing you can't get back. So if you're watching this video, you're watching this live stream, you're in the right place, because the best thing you can ever do is invest in your knowledge and invest in yourself. And this is what's going to help you take your trading, but take your lifestyle to the next level. Because once you have a high paying skill set, that's something no one can take away, only God. And that's something that literally could completely change your financial situation, right? And so that's really what helped me, guys, to be honest. That's really when I really lasered down, I focused, I hunkered down. I said, you know what? I'm going to set aside all the distractions. I'm going to try and figure this out. I did it for 4.5 years. While I was working my 9-to-5 job, I was always studying on the side, doing things on the side to learn this whole trading thing, right? I took notes, thousands of notes, guys. Like I had so many notes here, guys. I still have this book here, right? You see even here when I worked in sales at Toyota, right? You can see right there, there's a little pamphlet from the training. But you can see like all these notes, guys, like literally just pages after pages of me just studying, right? And I know that you can find this stuff online, right? This type of stuff you can always find online. But I wrote it down because as I was writing things down, I was writing it into my brain. I was printing it into my brain, right? And the more I did it, the more it drilled into my brain, the more I got more comfortable in understanding these concepts, right? But it's really crucial, guys, that you guys document your journey as well and literally put in the work that's necessary, guys. You could see literally all these concepts, page after page, right? Studying, right? Back to back, just nonstop. That was my biggest thing. Biggest thing. But yeah. It's all here. Proof is in the pudding when you put in the work. And that was just the tip of the iceberg. It wasn't really what really got me to where I am today, right? I wouldn't be where I am today if it weren't for God's grace. I always prayed about being where I am today and being able to work with my wife and, you know, online and be able to trade. And it's just crazy, guys. Crazy. It is possible, but it does require a lot of work. That's for sure. We got my man. Let's go. We got more people. We got NH here. Just hey Pedro, just subscribe. Thanks for the great content. Do you trade live on these streams or share analysis only? I basically do a little bit of both, my man. So I don't hold a thing where it's like I always take a trade with you guys, but for the most part, I share my outlooks. I share my analysis and stuff like that. When I do trade live with my students, that I do. So if you are interested in trading live with me, you can click the link below and check out my VIP Inner Circle. That I do trade live with my students. I have live Zoom calls with them as well. I do have voice messages, a live trading where they hear my voice and stuff, and I share my analysis. There's a couple of stuff that I'm adding in right now, like live voice trading, which is like kind of like sharing my in and out live emotions. I share the analysis, then I'm like speaking on a live broadcast, which is pretty cool. That is something new that I'm implementing into VIP. We're still in the beta stages, but that's something that I want them to learn, right? And they've been able to learn. I've seen students get funded. I've seen students pass their challenges, and so much more, right? Why? Because they're taking it serious, right? It just really depends how serious you want to take this, right? And being serious doesn't mean you have to join something, by the way. I'm just saying. It's all up to your serious level. How serious are you about this? How bad do you want it? And that's what's really going to determine your success, right? Simple as that, guys, right? But yeah. We got Mr. 1102. What's up? I started the same way. Bought a bunch of Dogecoin and SHIB and had no idea what I was doing. Bro, literally. You know what's funny? I bought Doge too, and I put in $100. Because at the time, like I said, I was just really struggling financially. We were trying to get ahead, and we had our wedding coming up. We had a lot of stuff, and it's funny. I put in $100, guys, $100, and I flipped that $100 to $2,000. And I wish. Now I look back, and I'm like, I wish I would have gotten. And I would have gotten a lot sooner, a lot earlier, but I didn't. But it is what it is. You can't wish. Shiba Inu, we then after invested, once we made, like I said, our portfolio, we saw our portfolio go up to 120K. We started taking, as the market started kind of pulling back, we didn't know. I thought it was pulling back to go up to like 200K. Oh yeah, even 100, 120, 150. Like my goal, I think Bitcoin was going to reach 150, to be honest. Otherwise, I would have sold at the peak, but no one knows that, right? I didn't know that. So as it started pulling back and it started going down, the portfolio, I started taking profits, gradual profits until it kind of reached like, I think it was like 40K where we kind of, okay, we're cutting everything here. Yeah. And then with the profits that we got there and some profits that I made from an NFT that I flipped, I put like $800, flipped it to like 10K, which was insane again. I then bought into the 10K from the Shiba. No, we invested 7K, I think it was. We had like a couple million, like I think it was like almost 900 million Shiba Inus. So I invested in Shiba Inu as well, which was funny. But yeah, so that was another. We still have our portfolio there actually with Shiba Inu. So not as much, but still there. I still believe it could go up. Never know. Once we get the bull market coming. I got my man Air. As soon as I made 1 cent in Forex, I knew this was it. Made money from your phone is a hack. 100%, bro. 100%. That's a fact right there. That's a fact. All right, guys. I will, here's the deal. So it's 7:50. It's still so early. I have to literally I just have to be right back. I have to go run. But we're so close to It's insane. We're so close to 7,000 family members. Thank you. Thank you so much, guys. You guys have been amazing. We are literally 6 people away from 7,000. Let's get those likes up, chat. If you enjoy the live streams, we're live twice a day. So if you're new to the family, welcome. Make yourself at home. Make sure you're subscribed below. Make sure that little bell icon is activated. Okay. I'm going to just run out. I have to get something quick. I'm going to just cover up the camera. I will be right back. What I'm going to do, and I'm going to let you guys know, around 10 p.m., 10:30, I will be back because I'm going to be looking at gold. I might be looking at trading gold after, so like pre-London-ish to 11:12 New York time. So stick around. Don't leave. But if you have to leave, that's no problem. Just make sure your notification bell is activated. I'm going to leave the live stream on here either way. And then we'll go from there. Like I said, around 10:30. No, probably not 10:30. I might be back around like 9:30. Okay. So 9:30 to like 11:12. I'll be live again with you guys right now in person. Okay. So like I said, I just got to head out quick. We'll talk in a bit. I'll leave the live stream on here. And if you have any questions, just ask away in the chat, okay? And then again, if anyone comes in, I have not entered anything on this trade here on gold. It was just an outlook. You can enter if you will. Whenever I do this, I'll let you know if I actually enter the position or if it's something that I'm potentially looking at, okay? So I have not entered positions. I'm just letting you guys know and clear. But yeah. That's about it, guys. Oh, by the way, if you guys haven't already, make sure you guys go follow me on my Instagram because we're just about to reach. We're 6 people away from reaching the 7,000, and that's when I'm doing the BIP giveaway. So make sure you guys are following me on my Instagram. Again, you can see it at the top. The username, my Instagram username is pedrofx. Okay, pedrofx is my new Instagram name. All right, guys. I'll see you guys in a bit. Like I said, I'll see you guys in about an hour and a half. Okay, I'll be back around 9:30. Okay, but I'll leave the charts on. Thanks so much, guys. God bless. Bye.